Well, hey, good evening. Oh my
We're
gosh,
back.
it's getting so exciting.
We are so excited to be back. Like Chili's ribs, baby, we're back.
All right, I just told a bunch of people you do not want to miss tonight's show because I think of all the ones we've done so far, we actually threw this out there in the beginning and said we couldn't wait to recap curling for you. But we have so much planned, including a surprise that Mikyla doesn't know about, by the way.
This is scary. Okay, I'm excited, but this is scary.
So let's introduce ourselves. So Mikyla Tuggle, Make That Magic on multiple platforms. And she's been my guest on Medals and Mayhem for the last about week and a half.
And to my folks that are following on, I believe I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. This is the real Monica Adams. She does a morning show every single morning. She's a very hard worker with 30 years of experience in television. And I had to be her co-host for this Olympics coverage. And I'm very excited to talk about one of our favorite events today, Monica.
I'm excited because when we started and we recapped the opening ceremonies, we both were like, what in the heck is curling? First of all, it's been around forever, and its origination is from Scotland. So I'm actually of Scottish descent. So I'm like, yes, my people.
Yeah, I read about that earlier, and I was like, oh, I had no idea that it was from Scotland. I thought it was going to be somewhere that was like a little bit colder, just because of the ice component. But that was a surprise to me too. That's cool.
Yeah, and then the first time it was in the Olympics was actually in the late 90s. So that's just the background. But we have so much to talk about because I covered sports for 12 years for all of you that are watching from Mikyla's background and all of her platforms. So for a long, long time, but never, ever, ever did I ever understand curling. Okay. So I know periods, I know innings, I know touchdowns, I know quarters and halves. But we're going to talk ends, we're going to talk hammers, and we're going to talk stones, and we're going to talk the shoes, the ice, and so much more. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
And Mayhem, brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Spas and More. We have so much to talk about. Don't go anywhere.
Hi everyone, my name is Angie Hess and I am the Vice President and General Manager of Spas and More here in St. Louis. We are the master spas dealer selling a complete line of hot tubs, swim spas, cold plunge tubs, and sauna. Everything you need for that athlete at your home. We are so proud and so excited to be the partnering sponsor for Medals and Mayhem with Monica and Mikyla covering the Winter Olympics this year. We work with an Olympian day in, day out with Michael Phelps and his line of products. We know the true value of an American athlete, what they do to train, what they do to recover, and that is one of the things that makes some of our products the best for not only you, but them and any athlete. I'm so excited because two of my favorite things for the Winter Olympics are hockey and curling, and we are so looking forward to the next couple of weeks of Winter Olympics coverage. Thanks so much, you guys, and go Team USA.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Well, welcome back, and thank you, Angie, so very much for being a part of this. Besides our presenting sponsor, our contributing sponsor is JG Optimal Wellness. Jenny Gabriel, thank you so much. She is a nutritional therapy practitioner. She's your girl to go to when you need that help with nutrition. So Medals and Mayhem with myself, Monica Adams, and Mikyla Tuggle. All right, we are ready to talk about curling.
It is literally the event of the Olympics. I talked to my father-in-law earlier, and he was like, you're watching what? Curling? And I was like, if you have not been watching curling, you're more out of touch than I thought. This is crazy. And I was like, you gotta watch it. People in the comments are saying, this is literally why they started to watch curling, is because of this show. They didn't fully understand it, but now they get excited for the Swizzle.
The Swizzle, yeah. So
Remember.
I was going to say, and I put that in the description.
Mhm.
Tell everybody but how that all came about and how it actually is approved by the Curling Association.
My life is insane. So essentially, I did a video just watching and reacting to the curling team. And I was just so enamored with the fact that this was a sport no one understood, but they took it so seriously. And so they do a sweeping action, which we now know is called technically sweeping.
Yes.
But I called it swizzling because I was just like, this is so chaotic that I don't know what the word is. And so I called it swizzling. The World Curling Association sees my video and they reposted and they're like, the new word is now swizzling, Mikyla. We approve it. It's totally fine.
You're going to change the rules completely. And everyone's going to be like, when did that happen? Oh, in 2026. Thanks to Mikyla Tuggle.
Exactly.
All right. So for all of you, feel free to interact with us. We are live with you right now on multiple platforms. We will bounce around and look on Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, Rumble, LinkedIn, Twitch. On Mikyla's, it is on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So if we don't see it live, we'll of course interact with you after this. But yes, I'm going to do this now. Okay. You ready?
Oh, okay.
I want to know why Swiffer isn't sponsoring us, because this is what they have in their hands. And ready for it? I'm ready for the game, by the way. So the U.S. World Curling Championship. I have my own stone also. Does this not look like a stone?
You know what, Monica? Yeah. Girl, get on out there on the ice. I think they're ready for you.
Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle. There goes my rock.
I was not expecting you to pull out a Swiffer. I am screaming.
This thing, I told my husband last night, I'm like, I have my own little lamp it's one of those little things that you put a wick in, and it's like my own little bonfire.
Yeah.
It looks like a stone.
It does look like a stone. Oh, I'm actually impressed that you have a Swiffer in the year 2026 of our Lord. I think that is so.
I can't tell you I've used it in a long time, but it was in my closet.
Oh, that is good. You know what? That was worth the surprise. 10 out of 10.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So we need to make Medals and Mayhem shirts, by the way. And we put, it's all about the Swizzle. It's all about the Swizzle.
It's all about the Swizzle. Somebody just said Swizzle. I want it on a shirt.
Yes. Amen. Okay, so here's the spoiler if you haven't seen it. I know some of you are taping and trying to catch up, maybe midweek or at the end of the week. But from both the men and the women's standpoint for the USA, we don't have the best of news.
Yeah.
All right, so Italy upset the women on the Team USA side 7-2 after 9 ends. We're going to talk about the whole end thing. Mm-hmm. By the way, US 3-game winning streak was tumbling. They fell to 4-2. And then for the men's side, China upset the U.S., but that was kind of like down to sudden death.
Yeah, we were honestly, but you know what? It's the Lunar New Year, so I gave it to them.
Exactly.
But you know, I'm an international girly. I respect everyone's cultures. You got it on the Lunar New Year. I think that's kind of cool.
That was our gift to them, right? That was
Damn, I was mad at that.
Well, yeah, because it went down. It was tied at 5, and they went to all 10 ends. And then unfortunately, China defeated us. The final was 8-5. So 2 more games. So they're in round robin play right now.
Right. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so they've got all of the different countries that are going and round robin taking from the different categories, and then they'll play. But it's not like it's ending. So we have more games to come.
Okay.
Oh, look, somebody just said that they would buy our shirts.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, wait. St. Louis County Police posted on Facebook a picture of some officers curling with a donut.
It is literally Miss Congeniality of the Winter Olympics. Like, it is everyone's favorite sport that no one understands.
Yes. Okay, so I know you've been looking into it. And if you just do this, which I did earlier, like what was the origin of curling? I said 16th century Scotland. They have evidence dating back to 1511, by the way. So they actually have the sport entering into the Olympics in 1998. But the very first roots of the curling stone, it's inscribed with the date 1511. So here we are feeling like it's new and we're just figuring it out. It's been around since the 15th.
Yeah. This is centuries old at this point. I wonder what they swizzled with though, Monica.
Oh, yeah. Branches.
Honestly, back then, probably human legs.
Oh,
honestly, it was, I watch Game of Thrones, and it is rough. I would have
You just need from the kneecap down.
your kneecap down, man. I mean, well, okay, so the 15th century.
Yeah, 1511.
And then did it go west, or like what was the next kind of country to pick it up?
So it says it originated in Scotland in the 1500s, oldest known curling stone, again, back 1511.
Okay.
By the way, equipment, early players used found flat-bottomed stones from rivers or fields.
Okay.
First official clubs and formal rules emerged in the 19th century, and it was founded in 1838 then to regulate the game. So they said Scottish immigrants carried the sport to Canada, where it gained immense popularity. So that's where you were saying, hey, it should have been in a colder area.
Yeah, that's because I was assuming like Norway, Netherlands, like somewhere in that area. Someone in the comments just guessed, did they do it with elephant tusks? Oh my God. Like, I can't even imagine the things that they had to utilize. But
Right?
I think it's so cool that they kind of went west, and Canada is the North American country that essentially introduced it to us.
I want to know when they first see. I don't know. Did they always do? They didn't do the swizzle, but did they always do that sweeping motion?
Girl, those are actual brooms, Monica.
Well, they're just talking about the equipment from the stones. They said nearly all modern high quality curling stones, including those used in the Olympics, are manufactured from unique dense granite found on the island of Ailsa. Craig in Scotland. So that's modern era. But again, originally it was just like they're looking in rivers and fields and they would find flat bottom stones.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, right.
I love that. You know, I love a little history.
There's the history of it. Here we are now. And now tell me, do you know anybody, all of you that are watching, do you know anybody that's playing it right now? Do you know anybody that's taking it? My husband's sisters, they just went and took a lesson the other day. For those that live in St. Louis, evidently there's a curling club in Creve Coeur, Missouri that you're able to go. Now I want to go.
The Montgomery County Curling Association has invited me.
Oh, yes.
So, I have to check it out to make sure that the people who invited me are actually associated and are not weird. So I do have to do some research. Okay. However, it's getting to the point where, like, yes, they're starting to reach out to people to invite them because like I said, it's such a beloved sport because no one understands it, but we respect that they love it so much.
We do. And again, we feel like we're on the outside. The only people who are understanding it are the ones that are currently playing it. But I think the thing that's cool is that now you have young kids. It's being paid forward. You have young kids that are all saying, okay, I want to play. So that they say the future of USA curling is youth development, club growth, and then maybe funding for it for the future of the USA because they're going to need funding behind it.
Yeah, they are.
Right?
Because I can imagine it's expensive, kind of like similar to skating and hockey.
Yeah, but okay, let's go to equipment now. You talked about this earlier. The shoes look like bowling shoes. Yeah. What they wear here looks like they're working at Target or Costco or something like that. Yeah. So it doesn't seem it's like a true expense.
But I can't imagine that the training facility is cheap. Like, I think that most of what you're paying for is overhead. It's like the facility, that ice is like a specialized ice. It's not ice that we skate on.
Yeah. Well, didn't somebody tell you that it's different?
Yes, it's completely different. So they told me, they said, figure skating ice is ice that's essentially from a machine. It is filtrated, and then it is just, it just goes onto the rink and it freezes. Okay. This ice is pebbled. It's like with pebbled water. So it is not necessarily cured, and it is delivered to the rink in a way that allows there to be some friction. So they almost create water that's going to be rougher because they need the friction to sweep, essentially, or swizzle.
Swizzle. Exactly. It's all about the swizzle now.
So they don't want the perfect ice that figure skaters skate on.
Okay, can I ask this with that picture and any other picture we show? That person, okay, you've looked into this. That person's position, do you know what they're called?
Wait, what was the photo again?
So the guy who's letting go the stone, what is their position called?
Honey, I just call them the pitcher, and I just pray that that's not disrespectful.
But here's my question. Why does that person have a broom in their hand?
You know what? That's not for balance.
I don't understand it.
Because they always have it in their hand. You're right.
Okay, that's my question. And I asked my husband the other day, I was like, why would they have one when they're the ones releasing the stone?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if they are the pitcher, you don't see the pitcher with a catcher's mitt as well in baseball. I don't understand that.
That's my confusing thing here.
Huh.
Okay, so you all let us know. I'm going to keep looking in the
Does she
comments
have
section.
one? Wait, does the girl from Italy have one in her hand? She doesn't look like she had one.
I swear it's on the ground.
Oh,
It
it's on
is.
the
It's
ground
it's
there.
forward. Yes.
Got it.
So see, so someone explained that to me. I don't understand. I asked Jim this, and he goes, "Well, do they all change positions?" I don't think so.
You know what? No, because Daniel was pitching the entire time.
Correct.
So I don't think they do.
So what? So maybe it is for balance, but I don't see them use it. Yeah, because isn't it Tabitha Peterson that does it for us?
Yes,
For the
Tabitha
women?
Peterson does it for us. Yeah.
Okay. So all right,
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
We have, and this is when I have to say they needed to put us in Milan for Switzerland, because Snoop Dogg didn't answer any of these questions for us.
Amen. He's just making jackets for
He's
everybody.
just going down there making jackets, hanging with the Jamaican bobsled team, and doing nothing. I haven't seen him since opening ceremonies.
No, he's been with Martha Stewart, or he's been with Stanley Tucci.
You're right. He has been. And Stanley Tucci is having the time of his life, and I love that for him.
They've been eating pasta together, and he's been obviously Snoop's out there sipping on gin and juice.
Exactly.
That's what he's doing.
Period.
All right, if you're just tuning in, again, this is Medals and Mayhem with Mikyla Tuggle and Monica Adams breaking down curling. Again, we had a chance to watch the men and the women. Don't have the best news as far as wins from this, but we're breaking down what stood out. Here's the thing that I think is cool is in New York City. Did you hear this? They talked about Corey, I think it's TC. She had a huge picture in Times Square.
Okay.
Right, of her. And so they're talking about how there's been so much growth and obviously so much excitement about curling, that there she is as you're walking in New York on Broadway, and there's this huge picture of her, and it humbled her because they were asking her about it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I know, I've heard about it, and everybody's talking about it on social media." I'm like, "You go, girl, you go, Corey."
If you're on Times Square, I mean, that is easily $4 or $5 million advertisement, right?
Absolutely.
There. So you're talking about Super Bowl numbers,
Yes.
like and that is, again, we've talked about it. This is the third time we said it. I'm very proud of the advertising and the marketing that they've put behind the Winter Olympics, because it has educated a lot of people, and it's made all of these sports feel more accessible. Whereas before, you really only felt like the Summer Olympics was something that was attainable. And now you have kids looking into curling and luge and skeleton and figure skating and being interested in it. And you have athletes that are like, well, if kids want to do that, I'll sponsor it.
Yep.
So I think it's just all going to work in our favor to bring us together as a community. And I'm very excited to see what comes out of this.
Oh, I am. And here's the thing, because they talk about curling being such great sportsmanship and kind of the really chill, and they're so friendly to each other. Then the controversy comes out.
I was going to say, we have to talk about Italy.
The controversy comes out, and it started from the aspect, wasn't it Canada?
It was Canada. Yeah.
The men?
Yeah.
And not just controversy, but we're talking about expletives being thrown back and forth, and then cheating allegations, and were they double touching? And then the other team saying, I think it was premeditated. Then it happens again.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, what? This is not a sport that you normally would hear that about. But so the controversy, if you haven't heard, again, heated accusations, and we do mean this, especially in the Canada-Sweden matches. And that incident then sparked broader discussion about the role of video evidence and officiating in curling, which is something they don't have. Whether the sport's honor-based system needs updating, people are talking about. Do we need video? Do we need updating? What has traditionally worked? Maybe it's not. Maybe they need formal refs now. So it's changed a lot.
Yes. And I mean, on top of them not having a referee, essentially everyone that is on the ice, you got to keep it cool. Because if you lose it and something breaks out like a hockey match, you guys have on shoes with no type of foundation to them. So you're going to look ridiculous on national television.
They're running. They're like, where are they running, to a bowling lane?
Sliding all over the place trying to fight each other. Like, no, you got to sit down. So
okay, but can you talk about that? Because when I've been watching, and I think it was the women when I first started watching, they push against the ice so much. They are balancing up against their swizzle stick, their Swiffer,
Yep.
and their little feet are like pushing. I don't even understand how they're not falling head over that broom.
So that is what's so interesting about ice, because you have the ability to stabilize yourself because of the friction.
Okay.
Like, so I think their shoes may be similar. It's going to be like the opposite of what a bowling shoe is. Like, a bowling shoe is made to be kind of slippery.
Right.
This one probably has something on the bottom of it that's just stable enough to allow them to use their core and hold themselves up
Evidently.
in that position long enough to be able to let it go. So I'm assuming that they just practice releasing over and over again. Like, before they even have what is it called? It's not a ball, but
It's a stone.
it's a stone. Yeah. Before they even start to throw with the stone, they're probably just practicing like sliding for 2 or 3 weeks.
Don't they have, I don't know if they all do, but I have seen some of them wear different shoes.
Yes. So the people who are swizzling wear different shoes than the pitchers.
Okay.
The people who are
What's
swizzling.
a hammer? What's a hammer, by the way?
What do you mean, what's a hammer?
There's some, they use the terminology hammers and
I
stones.
think I wrote that down, and I said, ask Monica what a hammer is.
See, this is what we need to know from all of you. Hammers and stones.
Literally, yes, I said, a lot of these terms I don't get, and that's okay. Ask Monica what a hammer is.
All right, look, I'm going to Google it right now.
Like,
What
somebody
is-
said, I read one shoe has grippers and the other one does not.
Oh, okay.
So then, so that's why there's like an imbalance sometimes when they try to walk.
Okay, here we go. The hammer in curling is the advantage of throwing the last stone in an end. It's the equivalent of an inning. Okay, good. It allows the team to maximize scoring opportunities, usually by aiming for 2 or more points. Okay.
There it is.
Again, we are learning this along with you. It's been confusing and fascinating all at the same time. You literally get lost in it, do you not, Mikyla? You're like, I'm going to watch for about 10 minutes. Oh my God, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah. And by the time I've watched it, I'm like, wow, I sat there and watched somebody do this for 2.5 hours and I still don't understand it. Now, I will say, Monica, I don't know about you, but watching the men's US versus China today, I did finally understand, like, when they knock someone's stone out, I understood how the point
system. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, you and I are like sisters. Yes, because at the end, when they went to all 10 ends, and again, for all of you that watch baseball, you're like, oh, they're going into extra innings. They went into an end, and then it was tied at 5, and suddenly I'm like, oh, it was 8-5. Okay, they just got 3 points.
Yep. That was the only reason I understood it. Literally what you just said.
Okay. All right. Okay, look, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about the fact that history was made. For the USA, for the women, they made history at the games. We're going to talk about that. And we are going to look at your comments and questions. Again, for all of you watching live, if you watch this later, do a little hashtag replay for us so we see your questions, we see your comments. So much more to talk about on this Medals and Mayhem, so don't go anywhere. Uh-oh. I'm going to go out and come right back in because mine's frozen. I'm actually watching on my phone. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey! You're close!
Monica! Whoa!
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
Welcome back. And again, good evening. If you are just tuning in, it's Medals and Mayhem. And over there, that's Mikyla Tuggle. Over here, it's Monica Adams.
The real Monica Adams, not this one.
No fakeness ever. By the way, we want to say hello to all of you. We're going to look at the comments here in just a second before we continue our coverage. Angie Hess, our presenting sponsor, is on. She said, I'm a little late to the party. All that matters is you show up to the party, Ange. So
Yes.
anything that you have to say about this, let us know. But do you know about the history that was made, Mikyla?
So not necessarily, outside of the fact that this is the most attention we've gotten. I don't know the history that was made. So tell me.
So USA's Corey TC, I think is how you pronounce her name, and Corey Dropkin, they made history by winning a silver medal in mixed doubles curling. The first Olympic medal ever for the US in that event.
Wow.
Yes.
So yeah, so that, I mean, really, they need to start giving Miss Congeniality trophies to the sports, and it needs to go to curling this year.
I agree. I'm so hooked on this. I mean, again, you need to play in Washington. I need to play in St. Louis, and then we need to do. We need to do some kind of a reel that we put together of us playing.
Can you imagine if they were like, okay, then let's have you guys play each other?
Yes. Okay. If you missed it earlier, I got my Swiffer stick.
I cannot believe she found this Swiffer in 2012 and brought it upstairs.
It's been okay. That's probably when we moved in the house.
Exactly.
And you all missed my stone. Okay.
And her stone.
This is my stone. And I'm ready to go to the hammer. The final
3.5 hours to get that stone down the ice.
So by the way, so US, okay, so they beat defending champions Italy in the semifinal. They secured the medal before they fell to Sweden in the finals. That was the mixed doubles. But TC became the first American woman ever to win an Olympic curling medal, which I think is outstanding.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is such a great week for just overall for curling. I know, the US did not do well this time around, but it was just the momentum that it's built, and now just to see that everyone is talking about it, I'm very happy for them. On top of this, Monica, do we want to talk briefly about, is it Skeleton with Elena?
Yes.
She's the oldest woman in the US to win a gold medal. She's 41.
41, yep.
Children were there with her. And I thought it was hilarious that her baby was next to her, as she was winning this gold medal with no shoes on. If this is not the most child thing, you have no shoes on. Baby, we are on the red carpet and you have no shoes on?
Yeah, that child will never live that down.
Never.
Do you remember when? Let me show you the picture. Let me show you the video.
It's just been such a good week for sports, and for sports that don't get enough acknowledgement. So yeah, it's been great.
Well, so Mikyla and I were talking off air the other day, and we're like, we got to talk about skeleton, because I've been catching so many different aspects of the Olympics, probably like all of you. What have you enjoyed most, by the way, with regards to the Olympics? I've been watching a lot of figure skating, a lot of downhill skiing. I was watching some of the snowboarding in the beginning, and then I watched the mono sled, the mono bob. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's freaking me out.
Did you see that the SNL, what is his name? He's one of the SNL folks.
That they put in it?
Yes. He was like, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, but look, when he was screaming, oh my God, and I'm sure, I swear he said the F word several times, and they were like, bleep, bleep, bleep.
They bleeped him out.
When he came back and got down, he was like, that was so much scarier. I thought I saw my life go in front of me. Yeah, because they are flying, skeleton, luge, all of that. They're going down at 70, 80 miles per hour.
60, 70 miles an hour is the slowest.
Yeah.
I said, these sports are so significantly dangerous. Like, there are so many things that can go wrong. I saw one of the figure skaters miss a finger by this much. And I was just like, God.
Don't watch.
Literally, my husband, we were downstairs, we were watching skiing earlier downstairs, and he was like, turn away, because some girl fell and broke her nose.
Oh no. Are you serious?
Yeah, she was on, it wasn't Ukraine, it was another country. And they couldn't ski anymore. They were done.
Okay, have you been watching, now see, I don't know if it was, I'm so confused because there's like rhythm dance, and then there's the figure skating, and there's the mixed doubles, etc.
Yeah.
So Danny O'Shea, who I told you yesterday, I just absolutely love. They said that he is by far the strongest lifter.
Yes.
the man just he's like lifting and he pushes her up again, and then he's like doing it with one hand. But whatever his partner's name is, she's 21 years old. I forget her name. Anyway,
I can't remember her name either.
Fell like 3 times. I felt so horrible for her. But then we see China come up. They do a great job. Then Japan. Did you see him? He was bawling. He could not stop crying.
So we watched that yesterday. And my husband said, culturally, like he's going to keep it together. Like they're going to accept it, thank, bow, and leave.
Yep. Nope.
The girl tried.
I know.
He really tried. The boy, when she moved out of the way from the camera, he was just all shoulders.
Yes. Down on his knee.
Good.
Well, originally my husband was like, was that all for show? I'm like, no, that was real.
No, that was real. He genuinely could not breathe for like 2 seconds. They could not believe it. But I watched their performance and I was like, nobody's beating that.
No, well, they came in as the favorites. So everybody was expecting, but they did. It's so cool to see an athlete become so overwhelmed with emotion when they know they nailed it.
Yes.
Right? But then at the same time, was it skiing or it's slalom? Did you see the guy walk off and then go underneath the flags and continue to walk off because he was so upset because his ski like hit one of the poles or the flags, I should say the flag.
No.
You didn't see this?
I didn't. No.
So for those of you, if you know the name of the guy, I felt so bad because we were first fast forwarding and I'm like, where's he going? Hello?
Yeah.
Like Forrest Gump, he's just going to go run. Where is he going? He just kept going. And then we rewound and realized why. He was so emotional coming into it because he just lost his grandfather. Oh. And his grandfather was everything to him. Yep. And then he goes, it's kind of like the Lindsey Vonn thing, right? You're expecting so much and then Lindsey crashes, which by the way, I told you she's going to have 5 surgeries.
Yeah.
I've been following her. Follow her on Instagram, by the way. Be sure to watch her.
Yeah.
And she's been, thanking all this, the hospital staff and everything and getting out of Italy and getting back home. But yes, this guy, he literally walked down, took his skates off, threw his poles, went underneath the flags and just kept walking and walking and walking and then laid down in the snow and he needed to be by himself. I felt horrible for him.
And this is what we're talking about when we say these people have actual things going on in their lives.
Yes.
They're not just athletes, they're humans.
Yes. And it's the mental side.
Somebody can have a parent or a grandparent that passed away. Someone can already have some type of mental illness that they are working through, but they're just a really good athlete as well. Like all these things happen and you see folks get online and say, you're a loser. Why would you do this? And I'm just like, first of all, you couldn't do it.
No. We talk about, right? Those keyboard warriors.
It's always the keyboard betties.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you try to tell them in the moment to not give it power, but it's hard.
We're human. Like you're going to think about that. So,
right.
Oh my goodness, I did not see that, but I did get to catch the pairs that you're talking about. Someone in the comments said, "Did you see the picture of the New York Times posted of the Japanese pair? It was awful. It was during a lift and she had a giant wedgie and he looked like he was possessed and about to throw her across the ice." I think I saw that still. And it's just sometimes you just catch a wrong still in an angle.
You would hope that they would look and have a bunch of pictures and be like, don't post that one.
Exactly. Like, but I watched that live and they were beautiful. Everything that they did.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Well, of course, you sit there and go, okay, USA, you did great. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, no, never mind. You're not going to win. Not after that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Angie, everyone forgets the human side of those people who are in the spotlight. Amen.
Correct.
Alicia said, I'm loving this. Thank you. This is absolutely amazing. I enjoyed watching the mixed pairs most. Love watching curling. It's almost like shuffleboard. Okay, so yes, but then I also thought it was interesting because they're also likening it to like chess. And I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. I don't know if that's chess.
No. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But yeah. Anyway, so curling is by far the one that we couldn't wait for, that we were looking forward to. We think you as well. Let's see. I'm a little late to the party. That's okay. I read one shoe has grippers. Yep. The other one does not. Sounds heated for sure, and I don't even know what's going on, but I'm here to learn. Well, we're learning along with you.
Did you see the contrast in how the men handled it with Canada and I think it was Sweden, their team, versus Italy and the US?
Yes.
The women? Because they had a similar thing where Italy said, Did you touch that? Like, we just want to make sure
Correct.
it was handled very well. Everybody was kind. They did a couple of questions, and then they said, okay, we're ready to restart. We're just going to move it to where we think it would have landed with regular physics.
Correct. Yes.
And I said, cool.
Yes, they were talking about whether there was something that was touched. Because, again, when I'm talking about how they're holding on to the stick and then they're shuffling themselves forward, I keep going, how are they not having their foot hit the stone? How are they not hitting the other stones as they're trying to create the friction? So many levels of things. But yes, they did stop. They looked at it. They went back and they're like, no, we just want to be clear, want to make sure everything's fine. They weren't cursing at each other. They didn't have the controversy. Fortunately, we don't have the controversy on our side. We have to say this, though. What in the world is all the communication? So they're talking about curl, 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 harder, softer. I mean, the language in it, not language like that, language, but the communication.
I wrote down screaming hard is so funny. Literally just hard, curl. And I'm like, I love the communication, but I wish that they would like put in the lower thirds. That essentially means this.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I have no idea what he's supposed to be doing, and you're stressing me out.
And shouldn't the commentators be explaining some of that to us?
They should. And that's why they need to hire us, because obviously we would do a better job at it.
Amen. I'm like, you guys are just watching along with us and forgetting you're supposed to be working.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yes, I mean, that was my funniest, because in the beginning, when I watched the very first time, I'm like, well, they're right there together. I don't understand. Why don't they know what to do? Why are you telling them what to do? And I'm like, I guess you got a different vantage point.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, did you see the one girl yell out, what just happened on that?
Well, that, and then here's what I wrote for you, because I was like, this is what's making me laugh. I heard, sit down, sit down, sit down, and smack some granite.
I was literally like, what are all of these terms? It's like you being a freshman somewhere and you have no idea what they're talking about.
I'm lost. I am lost walking through the hallways.
Literally. I don't know where any class is. It is so interesting. And again, I really do wish that they had the contrast of a commentator that doesn't know anything about it with the official commentators, because then you can answer the questions that those of us at home are like, why is she yelling hard? Like, what does that mean?
Correct. And the thing is, that you're so spot on, because Mikyla, in normal sports, when you've got a radio or a TV commentator, you have play-by-play and color commentating. That is not happening in curling. That at all. Nobody's doing play-by-play for us.
Not at all. They're just literally like, oh, that was a good break. Oh, they took it. I'm like, guys,
what did they do?
We literally we don't know what broke.
Do we need a new stone?
We do. I'm like, it's crazy. I think that we should be the 2028 Summer Olympics commentators, or I'll take, what would it be, 2030? I'll take 2030 for winter again.
I will say, I would have loved to have been sent to Italy, though. I just kept thinking about when I worked for the NBC affiliate here in St. Louis, who was sent. And I'm like, they're there for almost 3 weeks in Milan. The fashion cap. I mean, oh my God, it would have been a dream.
Capital of the world.
Yep, it would have been a dream. Okay, let's see. Comments. I watched it live. They were amazing. Loved it. Tiffany, I became a little obsessed with the calm of curling the last Winter Olympics.
Yes.
Janice said, I love learning as well as laughing. Angie says, curling is strategic like chess. You try to knock your opponent's stone out while placing yours closer so I can see it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So look, both of our sponsors right here. So again, Angie is our title sponsor from Spas and More, and Jenny Gabriel's now on with JG Optimal Wellness. She said curling is fascinating to watch, and then how they talk to each other. Exactly. Calm intensity. They absolutely should hire us to be the commentators. Okay.
There it is.
Commentators are like, someone's won.
Oh my goodness. Literally, that is literally what they're saying. So Italy won. You're like,
yeah, we can see that. What? Obviously, they just took all the stones off. We know the game's over.
You know, NBC Olympics, I know y'all are watching because I know you watch my stuff. For the small fee of $500,000 each, me and Monica will be at the next one for you. We will get you all the views. I can assure you that.
Look, whoa, what is this?
Oh my goodness. So, okay, somebody just put in a dissertation to tell us what this
Alicia, sweeping commands. hurry. Oh, okay.
This
Is that
is
something we need
amazing.
to know? Okay, we need all of this for when we commentate.
Yes.
Because they're not doing this for us. All right, we're going to look at all that. I'm not going to read all that, but look at that in the comment section because she's telling us the sweeping commands, the speed, the direction, the hurry, the hard. The hurry hard means sweep as fast and as hard as possible.
Wow.
And that creates the friction. Well, and that's what we hear. Harder, 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 right? And it's changing its direction.
Yes. And I think we assume that they're trying to get rid of the friction so that it can go faster. And then they tell them when they just yell, stop, it cracks me up because I'm like, okay, they need to slow down. But it's kind of barbaric and I love it. I love the fact that it's just 2 pieces of material and that's it.
Oh, Alicia will thank. Alicia said she just Googled it for us.
I love that, Alicia. Thank you so much. Angie was putting the money symbol. Yes, girl. We'll bring you with us.
Like this.
Okay.
Look, here's the deal. Mikyla and I just met literally 2 or 3 weeks ago. We feel like we are sisters, that we're separated somehow. She's my baby sister.
Down the line.
Do you not all want us to continue this beyond the Olympics? Because we want to do so much together. Okay, yes, come on, Monica, and make that magic
girl. This is me. Me and my husband are so excited for you.
Okay, here's the thing. We're going to wrap this up tonight. I said my abs hurt and my cheeks hurt after every one of our shows.
Yeah.
All right, Angie said, I've got my passport ready. Me too. We're ready to go. We're going to take you with us for sure. Sponsors, come along. We've got Spas and More. You're welcome to come back with us. And Swiffer, by the time we get to that, you need to come out with a new modern version. Oh, Christy said, absolutely. You two are hilarious. Okay. We are going to do our final show on Monday morning on the 23rd. And that will be a recap of the closing ceremonies and anything else that we weren't able to grab throughout the Olympic that really stood out to us.
Yes. And I'm kind of sad that this is the end of this portion because we really have had so much fun doing this. And it's been such an honor to share this stage with you, Monica, on your platform.
Thank you as well.
If my audience did not know, Monica was in news and television. She left and started her own show here. And she just passed 750 shows. And that is, you guys do not understand how much work it is to produce. I was taken aback by her production quality. I was taken aback by how professional her and her staff are. And coming from as an event girly, as a production girly, that's what I admire about people because I understand.
You do.
Make sure you guys are following Monica on everything. So make sure you're following the real Monica Adams on everything. And yes, thank you so much for having me, Monica. This was so much fun.
Of course, yes. So again, Mikyla Tuggle, Make That Magic on Facebook and YouTube and X and TikTok. By the way, we are going to take our favorites from over the last 2 weeks and just make this montage of some of the best, the education, the hilarity, the laughter, everything. We cannot thank Zach Kimball also enough. Zach has done a lot of behind the scenes. So when we talk about producing and directing, we will never forget those that make up the entire team because we couldn't do it without them. So
100%.
By the way, you think that I pulled out something that was from 2012? Look at my beanie baby.
What? You have an Olympics beanie baby?
Yes. I don't even know how old this is, but this might be worth getting us to the 2030 Olympics.
Girl, you put that to the side. We may be able to use that to get to Mexico in 2028 or 2030.
Yeah. With us.
Oh my goodness. You know, Monica, do you want to do a round robin and just ask the comments what they would like to see us commentate next?
Yes, absolutely. So, okay, wait. Yes, you two make us laugh and the world needs more laughter for sure. I know. That's why we wanted to do this. Oh, you can carry our equipment, Jenny. Absolutely. Vicky said, congrats. Thank you. Thank you for the commentary. I laughed so hard I almost wet my pants. Jenny, thank you. Mikyla is amazing as well. Absolutely. You two are hilarious. Angie's lifting hands up. Okay, Miss Monica, I obviously need to follow your mama. Yes, you do. Mama Jackie, by the way, is doing good. Yes, they were saying, I hope you feel better. Zach was not feeling well the other day. I think I have that beanie baby too. Look, I think this is worth some money.
Yeah, okay? I think so. Yeah.
I am hanging on to this. So you can drop it in right now. What would you like us to do post-Olympics. Because
Yeah.
we want to keep this momentum going forward. We both have a background in entertainment. So Mikyla worked for Live Nation. I did, and you may have seen it in one of the promos we ran, I did some entertainment reporting for Fox and for NBC and covered press junkets all over the place. My last two before I walked away was Babylon and the Whitney Houston movie, which was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But whether we do entertainment or you want us to do more sports, Mikyla's known for recapping Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Go ahead and let's do this plug for you.
Yes. So I recap all of your favorite old nostalgic television, film, Broadway, and now high art, starting to dip into ballets a little bit, which is super fun with the Washington Ballet. For Twilight Zone specifically, though, that is what I'm known for. And I have the privilege of being able to go to Serling Fest and represent their team as one of the panelists there. And again, Rod Serling's family, they are kind of the people that head that organization, and they are excited to have me, and I'm excited to be there. So that's one of my first like panel gigs, and I'm excited for it.
You should be. Now, look, I really do want to get the two of us together in the same room. We've got to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And, and maybe we take the stage, we do some, who knows?
Yeah.
I see it happening, right? They all talk about if you've got faith, to put it in the hands of God. If you do manifestation, whether it's cultivating a vision, whatever it may be, we're putting it all out there. We would like to know, though. So feel free to share this with your friends and family so that they can get the same humor and the laughter. But moving forward, we'd love for you to let us know, what would you like to see Eminem, me and Mikyla do moving forward beyond the Olympics? Because this is not going to be the end. We're sad the Olympics are wrapping up, but more to come.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? All right, my friend. So have a fantastic rest of the week. We'll be watching a lot. And then our wrap up of the Olympics will be during my morning show on the 23rd. Now I'm going to ask you, do you want to do it at the beginning of my show, or do you want to do it towards when I take a break with my guest that I have that morning after it? I'm going to leave it up to you.
I think we should do it at the beginning.
Okay, perfect.
Just so we can make sure we can just keep our eye on the time a little bit more.
Perfect. So I'll let my guests sleep in.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we want to make sure we get a lot more eyes on the live and everything so that they can watch your guests too afterwards.
So what we will do it right after we start at 7:00 Central Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on the 23rd. So make it appointment viewing. Put it on your calendar right now. If you can, that's the beauty. If you cannot watch live, and I know Mikyla said a lot of her viewers are more night owls.
Yeah.
You can always watch it on streaming platforms. Obviously, YouTube and Facebook, they remain, especially our YouTube channels.
Yep, YouTube channels will work.
We all want tea and from NBC, Fox, and Live Nation. More Twilight.
Won't get that from me.
Let's see. So I would love to see you all do reviews on shows, starting with The Burbs. I think that would be sickening. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Have a great evening, Christy. Again, keep it coming in. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. All right, my friend. Have a fantastic rest of the week.
You too.
Cannot wait to see the closing ceremonies because it's your first ever, right?
My first ever. I'm so excited and also kind of nervous, and I don't know why.
All right, everybody. Thank you. And again, one more time, thank you to our presenting sponsor. That is Spas and More, at Spas and More, STL, when it comes time for a hot tub, sauna, cold plunge, you name it, a swim spa to keep yourself in Olympic shape, just like Michael Phelps there. You want to support those that support us. So they're in St. Louis, Missouri, and Overland Park, Kansas, spasandmorestl.com. And then, of course, our contributing sponsor is JG Optimal Wellness. She is fascinating in her field, a nutritional therapy practitioner. Jenny, thank you so much. JG Optimal Wellness, at JG Optimal Wellness. Thank you so much. All right, my friend. Until we see each other Monday, have a fantastic one. And go USA.
Go Team USA. Woo!